What is vibing? This is Vish, and today I'll be sharing the first text reflection from the Gita. Now I have skipped a few chapters and text because that was really just more of a background, as well as Arjuna expressing all of his problems and sorrows. So now I will be starting from the part where Krishna responds, because this is the enlightening part, and so let's get to it. This is chapter 2, text 1. Sanjaya said, "Seeing Arjuna full of compassion, his mind depressed, his eyes full of tears, Madhusudana, Krishna, spoke the following words." So I'll go into the next one because it seems like it's a continuation. Text 2. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, "My dear Arjuna, how have these impurities come upon you? They are not at all benefiting a man who knows the value of life. They lead not to higher planets but to infamy." Beautiful. This is the beginning, and it already is so insightful and enlightening. I do have to point out the words used here are very different. I mean, just using the word Godhead is something I've never seen before. But looking past that, it's a beautiful line. Essentially, after Arjuna had proclaimed all of his issues and feelings and thoughts about why he shouldn't fight the battle, this is Krishna essentially responding to it. And this is the response to all of those qualms. And so just to point out exactly what I'm talking about with regards to the beautiful response part of these qualms, they are not at all befitting a man who knows the value of life. They lead not to higher planets, but to infamy. This is amazing. Essentially what I'm understanding from this is the idea that life itself has so much value, and thoughts, feelings, worries, anxieties, all these different things, at the end of the day, are all derived from the mind. The mind, you see, tends to be a beautiful tool if used consciously. If not used consciously, it can work against us, and we'll have to work for the mind. And when the mind goes on a very downward spiral track, it'll drag us along with it. And that is why it is important to pay attention to the realities of life. That includes the sun rising, the trees that we have. It is impossible to be lonely, literally, because without the trees, we wouldn't have oxygen to breathe. And so it is impossible to ever be lonely. We are always connected to this planet. And so by essentially getting into deep worries and pondering over all these miseries, you're doing yourself no good and no benefit, as it said in this text. Let us focus on the realities of life. Thank you so much for watching this response to the first reflection from the Gita of mine. I do have to say and mention, with regards to the contextual stuff that I discussed, there may be inaccuracies as I have skipped a good amount of that part. The key part of this series is going to be really focusing on the spiritual nuggets of this book and giving those reflections. So I'm not too concerned with the actual context, and if there is something wrong, I'll be more than happily open to hearing your correction. With that, thank you so much for watching. Make it a great day, take it joyfully, and stay conscious.